So now that you've closed on your new home, what should you do as your next steps? Take a deep breath and give yourself a pat on the back. You've just accomplished something very great, but it doesn't stop there. Actually, your work has just begun. And here are some important pieces of advice to help ensure your transition as a homeowner is as smooth as possible. You want to make sure the utilities in the house are up and running. Contact the utility company to get them started when you move in. Now, if you work with my team and I, our transaction coordinator will make sure you have a list of all the utility companies so you can reach out to them before you close and get the ones that you can transferred into your name before you close. Now, some utility companies will not allow you to transfer the utilities into your name until you have the deed, but do what you can beforehand. The second thing you should do when you buy your home or after you bought your home is to secure your home. Now, this is one of the most important things. You should go ahead and change the locks to your home. If it's a PIN code, change the PIN code immediately after buying the home. Because while the previous owner is supposed to give you all the keys to the home, who knows if they really gave them to you? If they gave every single key to their home to you. So it is just very prudent to go ahead and change all the locks and change the codes. Oftentimes nowadays, the same key locks the front door or can lock the front door and back door. I would get that changed. I would have two separate keys to unlock and lock the front door and back door. Now, before we move on to the next thing I think you should do when you buy a new home or move into your new home, I want to introduce myself. I am Sir Ashley. I am a realtor and investor here in the greater Charlotte area, and I have a team that services both North and South Carolina. So, if you're interested in buying or selling or investing in real estate in either Carolina, please reach out to my team and I. We are here to help. And please do me a favor, hit that like button and share this video with friends and colleagues, because on this channel we talk about real estate, personal finance, and the Carolinas. Moving on to the third thing you should do after you purchase your home, and that is to purchase or review your home warranty. Now, if you have a brand new home, new construction home, chances are you have some type of builder's warranty already in place. If that is the case, the next thing you need to do is register all your appliances. And appliances, I just don't mean the washer, dryer, dishwasher, oven, microwave. Also, the HVAC unit, the condenser outside, but also the unit that's either upstairs or in your crawl space. You want to register that with its manufacturer as well, because oftentimes when you register those appliances, it comes with an additional manufacturer's warranty. Now, that warranty can typically last an additional 5 to 10 years. And also, in addition to registering those, you want to review the warranties to make sure you have a keen understanding as far as what is warrantable. Now, if you're buying a resale home, you want to shop around and get the best home warranty. Now, home warranties do not cost a lot. You can get them for about $500 with some kind of deductible. That's what you need. That's all you need. You don't need to go crazy with a home warranty, but you want to make sure, just in case those big ticket items, your HVAC unit or condenser goes out, you want to make sure that you have some kind of warranty where you might have to pay a $500 or even $1,000 deductible, but that $500 or $1,000 deductible is still much better than having to pay $9,200 for a brand new unit. And my client just bought a home in which we negotiated the seller to replace the unit before they went ahead and purchased, and that cost almost $15,000. You want to make sure you be on the lookout for those kind of expenses when you do your home inspection, and just be aware of that. And if you can get it negotiated in, before you buy the property, I recommend doing so. But if you cannot get it negotiated in there to where you buy or they replace the whole unit, make sure you get a warranty on a working unit. So as soon as you buy, if something happens, you can replace it at a fraction. And I do mean fraction of the cost. I know I touched on it briefly before, but the cost of home warranties can range anywhere from $250 to $500 depending on the length of the contract and what exactly they are warrantying. But you want to make sure you review that warranty so you know what's being covered. Next, you want to check, and this is probably should have been first on the list, but you want to check your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Last thing you want is there to be some kind of danger in the home, whether it be a fire or carbon monoxide, and you and your family are not properly notified or made aware. So make sure that all the smoke detectors are working. That should be on the inspection report. And what I recommend doing is buying one of those carbon monoxide detectors that you can plug into an outlet on the ground or near the ground, because most of the carbon monoxide detectors are up in the ceiling. And carbon monoxide is a very heavy gas, and by the time it gets to the ceiling, it's too late. You and your family, unfortunately, are probably not around to talk about it. So you want to catch carbon monoxide when it's low to the ground. Now, in addition to smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, make sure you have fire extinguishers. Make sure there's fire extinguishers in the kitchen, in the garage where the electrical panel is. Those are the two common places I'm thinking of. Maybe even in the bathroom. Heard of hair dryers and other appliances sparking fires or causing fires in the outlets in the bathroom. So those three places, bathrooms, kitchen, and the garage where the electrical panel is, have a fire extinguisher. Quick pro tip, go ahead and mark on your calendar as a repeating or reoccurring event every 6 months to go ahead and replace the batteries in your smoke detectors and or carbon monoxide detectors. How many times have you talked to somebody and you hear that chirping in the background? Now, I'm not calling anybody out. My mom always, not always, but it's pretty regularly when I talk to her and I hear the smoke alarm beeping saying, like, you need to change my battery. Do not be like my mom. Change your batteries in your smoke detector. Put a calendar reminder every 6 months. Now, hopefully you've had the property inspected before you purchase the home and you have a lengthy inspection report. Typically, inspection reports are anywhere from 40 to 100 pages. And while you use that inspection report during your negotiations to hopefully get the price down of the home, depending on the market we're in, you as the buyer should use that inspection report as sort of a cheat sheet. You should use that as a list of things that need to be done in the home and list out the things in order of importance that need to be repaired in the home. And then you just go through each one and check them off the list. Now, I will remind you, as a homeowner, regular maintenance is vital if you want to keep your home running in tip-top shape. So regular maintenance so you can avoid large expense items later on. Here's a list of things that you probably should maintain on the regular basis. Dryer hose and vent. Your dryer, your home dryer, can be a serious fire hazard if the vents and ducts are not cleaned regularly and often enough. So make sure you check the dryer at least once a year to make sure everything is working properly. And you may get warning signs. Your clothes may not be fully dry. They may be a little damp when you take them out of the dryer. Or your laundry area may smell a little mildewy. So you may have little warning signals that's telling you, hey, you need to check the dryer vent to ensure there's no lint or buildup stuck in that vent area. The next maintenance thing you need to do is to change your HVAC filters. HVAC filters need to be regularly changed. Now, if you have one of those small filters, I say you change those. Actually, they recommend you change them every month. I'm not gonna pretend that I change mine every month. I change mine about every 2.5 to 3 months. Should I be better? Yes. So don't be like me. Change those filters more regularly. Now, if you have a unit that has just one of those big filters, almost like 3-inch filters, then those do need to be replaced or should be replaced about every 4 to 5 months or 4 to 6 months. And I recommend you do that as well. And you can just set up a reoccurring auto payment for your Amazon cart when it comes to those HVAC filters. I've done it, and I need to increase the regularity of those automatic shipping or delivering of those filters, but I recommend you do it as well. Moving on to the next little maintenance thing I think you should do or be aware of is if your refrigerator has a water dispenser, not only do you need to change the filter in the refrigerator, but clean under that water dispenser. Now, this is going to sound disgusting, and I almost threw up when I first saw mine. I moved into a home. It was a resale home. I did change the filter, the water filter, but I did not clean where the water gets dispensed at. And I would say about 3 months of living in the home, I was getting some water. And something was hanging from the dispenser, and I'm like, what is that? It looked disgusting, almost like a booger hanging from a nose. I told you this was going to be disgusting. It was grime coming from the dispenser because I don't know when it had last been cleaned. I almost threw up on the spot because here I am drinking water out of my refrigerator. Thought about it, every cup it had that gunk. The water had to pass through that gunk. That is absolutely disgusting. Do not be like me. Clean up under that. I was tempted to throw away the whole fridge. I did not. I just cleaned it very thoroughly. Now moving on to the water heater. This is a big ticket item. Every year, you need to drain your water heater. Now, it's very simple to do so. Go on YouTube and just type in drain water heater. You just hook a hose up to your water heater and follow the instructions. It drains out, but do that once a year to clean out your water heater. The last maintenance item I want to talk about on here, now it's not the end of the video, but the last maintenance item I want you to regularly think about is your gutters and roof. You want to make sure you clean your gutters and roof at least once a year. I say twice a year, because when you have a buildup of leaves or debris on your roof and gutters, that causes moisture and degrades the integrity of your roof. Now, it may not impact your roof for the first year or even 5 years, but your roof will not see the life expectancy that it should if that has not been taken care of. So clean your roof and clean your gutters so they can work as they're intended and will save you thousands and thousands of dollars. And regarding gutters, if you don't clean your gutters properly, water overflow coming out of your gutters could cause an erosion of the soil around your foundation, and that could lead to mold and even ruining some of your foundation. So again, proper routine maintenance will save you a lot of money and headache if you do those little things every single year and throughout the year, even if you have to pay someone. Now, those are the little maintenance things I wanted to touch on. When you move in your home, I want you to make yourself aware of where the electrical circuit panel is. You want to know how to have the emergency shut off of every area of the home before you move in, because God forbid something happens and you don't know how to turn something off. You want to know how to turn off the gas to your stove or oven. You want to make sure you know how to stop the water from each toilet and every faucet. Please, those are little things that you're gonna have to know, or it's gonna be very wise to know, just in case emergencies happen. Granted, you never want water to overflow. You never want there to be an electrical problem, but it's wise to know where these shutoffs are in case something happens. The last tip of advice I want to tell you as a new homeowner, and again, congratulations on becoming a new homeowner, is to change your address with the post office. And also, if you want to, let your friends and families know where your new address is. In addition to changing your address with the post office, you want to make sure you change your address with the bank, any credit institutions, any credit card companies, so they can get in touch with you if they need to. So make yourself at home in your new home. Go introduce yourself to the neighbors and get the scoop regarding the neighborhood, because more often than not, they know more about the neighborhood than you. And while, yes, some neighbors can be nosy and in your business, I don't mind that. I go ahead and befriend that neighbor that knows everybody's business, because they're going to be on the lookout for my home when I go out of town. They will let me know, hey, I saw something going on that you might want to be aware of, or that may be concerning. I appreciate that. I'll rather be annoyed and made aware than to be in the dark. I hope this video has been helpful. Again, go ahead and like this video and share it with any friends, colleagues, or family members you know who are going to buy a home or who just bought a home. My name is Sir Ashley. I will talk to you soon.